this is my response to it, right? So it clearly mentions in the Quran, right, that Allah is the only one that can create, right? But also He, through His permission, some prophets can also do it too.
Which prophets?
Like Isa, and there was another prophet. The name escaped me. But
Which one?
What other prophet created?
it was Isa and another prophet too. The name escaped me. I don't have the.
If you find them, I will convert to Islam and circumcise my chihuahua. I miss you.
Hello, welcome to this channel. In this amazing video, Godlogic and some Jews are debating a Muslim on a very juicy topic. Oftentimes, you will hear Muslims say that their religion is the closest to Judaism, and they believe that because it is the closest, the Jewish people can support them because of the similarity. Let's watch this video as this Jewish guy schools this Muslim.
A new spirit is awakened in the faithful, and in 78:38 it also says that. That's a reference that it says. The angels are in 78:38. The angels are mentioned along with the faithful because it is through an angel that spiritual life is breathed into man, and he starts life as a spiritual wayfarer. A day of the spiritual advancement of man is spoken of as being equal to 50,000 years to show the immense vastness of that advancement. Or that day of 50,000 years may be the day of the final triumph of the truth in the world.
How does this help the point, bro? Seriously. I'm sorry. I'm done. Let's Quan.
So it stands for divine revelation. So it stands for divine revelation, basically. In this, or
thank you.
In this instance,
Thank you.
Basically.
Thank you.
It can be used in many. It can be used in many ways.
Quan, here is
That's me showing you that the.
Good job. Good job.
What's your point?
Well. The point is that Gabriel is not the Ruh.
Okay, LB, what was your point about when the Jews asked the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
The point is, here Allah saying, they ask you about the spirit, say its nature is known only to my Lord, and yet here is the genius over here saying, no, Allah, I got you, and I got Muhammad.
We know exactly who it is.
Wait. So what's the context? Who's they and why were they asking?
The Jews, because they were mocking Muhammad. Because the point is, the Jews knew very well you cannot be a prophet of God without receiving direct revelation from the Spirit of the living God, in which the Spirit communicates His word, the words of the Lord onto you. That was the Jews' understanding. It's the Lord through the Spirit that communicates His word.
Where do you get this?
That's right.
Where do you get this understanding from?
Throughout, all right, no problem. All throughout the Old Testament. So let me show you.
No. We're talking.
Hold on. Wait, hold on 1 second.
We're talking about
just hold on, please. I'm asking you. You asked me a question, friend. You asked me a question.
What I'm saying is, you said they asked the prophet.
If I answer the question, please, I got to read the passages for the sake of my brothers and sisters.
We're talking about the Quran, though.
So do me a favor, please, friend. I'm going to go to Job 32, verse 8, and I'm going to read. Hold on.
So is that how we break down the Quran? We go to your book?
Old Testament, if you don't want an answer. Here's Job 32. Friend, please, just give me a second. You asked the question. It's a great question. Let me please answer it for you. Job 32, verse 8. It says, but there is a spirit in man, and the breath of the Almighty gives him understanding. Well, that's reiterated in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, 10 to 14. So in other words, the Holy Spirit communicates to our spirit, right, what the Word of God, or what God wants to communicate to us. Okay. That's even in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But then it doesn't stop there.
So you're using the Old Testament to interpret the Quran?
No, you moron. He's saying what.
Why you gotta insult? I can insult too, God.
And saying what the understanding of the Jews is. You asked, where do you get this understanding from?
In the Quran, with the tafsir.
When they know what the Jews understood.
You guys.
Yeah, get out of here, man. Hero Israel, you're next. How you doing? I'm getting sick of these people, bro.
That's why you guys have to take a step back, man. That's why you shouldn't stream. You know what I'm trying to say?
Hello?
I remember I had to take a break for months, bro. I'm telling you.
So the original
actually
question the original question was, what messianic prophecies do you believe Jesus fulfilled to prove that he's the Messiah?
Well, I mean, we believe that he is the Messiah.
I know. Why though? What prophecies did he fulfill about the Messiah that proves that he is indeed the Messiah?
Well, I believe that he's the Messiah because Islam, whatever Islam taught me, he is the Messiah.
I know. My question is, what messianic prophecies did Jesus fulfill in order for him to be the Messiah? You can't just be the Messiah just because somebody said you're the Messiah. There's qualifications that you fulfill.
So what are the qualifications?
We're asking you.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, well that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So one,
Well, wait, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Just to clarify, I don't know. So you're asking me in accordance to what? To the Bible or the Quran?
period.
So you believe?
So I'm just giving you my answer according to the Quran. Isa is the Messiah. Is the Messiah.
Again, so according to the New Testament, he's the Messiah too. But the New Testament tells us why he's the Messiah. It shows us repeatedly how Jesus demonstrates that he is the Messiah, the scriptures that he fulfills, the messianic prophecies that he fulfills and completes, that identifies him as the Messiah. Do you have any of these pointers in Islam that are like, yeah, this is why Jesus is the Messiah? Boom, boom, boom. He fulfilled this. He fulfilled this. He fulfilled this. This is why he's the Messiah. Do you have any of that in Islam?
I'm sure there is, but I didn't look into it.
I'll help you. There isn't any, actually. There isn't a single reference in the Quran or Hadith that's point to a messianic fulfillment that gives Jesus a correct qualification to be the Messiah. Like I've always wanted to do this, to have a live stream with a Jew and a Muslim up here and have the Muslim prove to the Jew that Jesus is the Messiah. I want to do that so bad because you guys can't. You guys can't do it. You have no reference.
So you're saying there has to be a criteria.
Bro, I love that idea. I think that's genius, dude.
So you're saying
I'll pay to see that one, bro.
you're saying that there has to be a criteria, correct?
Absolutely.
And this criteria is according to whom?
It's according to the scriptures.
It is based off what?
According to God.
So it's the Gospels that is making the criteria, or is it the Torah?
No, it's the Tanakh actually that sets the criteria, and Jesus fulfills the criteria.
What is the Tanakh?
The Torah, the Nevi'im, the Ketuvim.
I'm asking a logic question.
That you just got the answer. So
But I didn't hear it because you guys all spoke on at the same time. So I'm asking.
it's the Old Testament, bro. It's the Old Testament.
Old Testament. So it's the Torah, and then you said the what else?
And all the prophets, all the writings of the prophets and stuff, and the Psalms and stuff like that.
With the Old Testament. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. No problem. Thank you.
It's funny because your name is Hero Israel. You know what I'm saying? You're quoting the Tanakh. You're quoting the Torah. You know,
The Old Testament. Yeah. Hero Israel.
so I would suspect that you would have some type of idea of messianic prophecies that that point to your Messiah. You say that you love the Messiah and adore him and respect him as the Messiah, so you should definitely be like, yeah, I mean, here's how he does it.
Of course, we're the only religion outside of Christianity that actually respect the Messiah. And
Have you heard of the Baha'i faith?
You view him actually as a prophet of God.
Have you heard of the Baha'i faith?
Baha'i faith? No, I have not.
Well, they're also non-Christian and non-Islamic that see Jesus as the Messiah and a prophet. Have you heard of Sikhism?
Yeah, I've heard of Sikhism.
They also take Jesus as a prophet and Messiah. So,
Can I ask him something? Maybe I could help him out. In Surah 3, Ayah 49, and in Surah 5, 110, it speaks about the time where he made a clay bird, right? And he breathed it into it. And the word khalq is used, which that word is only used of Allah, except for Surah 15, Ayah 28 and 29, where then it's also used of the spirit. But my point is not that, but this. The fact that it says in Surah 3, verse 49, and a messenger to the children of Israel, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. I will make from you a bird from clay, breathe into it, interesting, and it will become a bird by Allah's will. I will heal, notice, I will heal the blind and the leper and raise the dead to life by Allah's will. And I will prophesy what you eat and store in your houses. So would you agree that part of the messianic fulfillment would be to raise the dead, heal the blind, and cure the leopard? I will heal the blind and the leopard and raise the live to life by Allah's will. Same thing it says in Surah 5, Ayah 110. Would you agree with that, friend?
We believe that these are miracles of the prophets.
Of all the prophets?
Every prophet had certain miracles.
Okay, but not these
Allah gave them.
These specific miracles were only intrinsic to Jesus, right? According to Surah 3, verse 49 and Surah 5, verse 110. Would you agree?
To bring back the living, the dead?
And to heal the leper, right? And to heal the blind.
I'm sure there's...
Just go do your homework.
Let me finish.
The Old Testament.
Let me articulate my answer, please. Okay.
Sure.
I believe that every prophet had a miracle. This one was specific for him, but perhaps there's other prophets in the past that also were able to bring back the dead, back to live with the permission. Let me finish. With the permission of Allah. I'm not aware of. Wallahu alam, and Allah knows best.
But I am aware, friend, and I'm telling you, and it's not every prophet, because you believe Adam was a prophet, right? Yet he did no miracles. So let's not do that. Moreover, the reason why I mentioned that is because here I pulled up Isaiah chapter 35, and I'm going to read for you 4 to 6, Isaiah 35, 4 to 6, because here it says God Almighty will be doing this. It says, say to those who are fearful hearted, be strong, do not fear. Behold, your God will come with vengeance. With the recompense of God, he will come and save you. Notice, behold, what? Your God will come with vengeance. With the recompense of God, he will come to save you. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. The lame shall leap like a deer, and the tongue of the dumb shall sing. For waters shall burst forth in the wilderness, and streams in the desert. The parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water. In the habitation of jackals, where each lay, there shall be grass with reeds and rushes. In other words, the Spirit of the living God will be poured out, which is why 8 says, a highway shall be there, and a road in it shall be called the highway of holiness. Right? Now, what's the point in all that? The point in all that is through this parched ground, it will be made alive. The deaf will sing, right? The tongue of the dumb will sing. The lame shall leap like a deer. The ears of the deaf shall be unstopped, and the eyes of the blind shall be open. But yet this says God will be doing this. It doesn't say the Messiah through the eyes, because it says, behold, your God will come with vengeance, with the recompense of God. He'll come with vengeance. Now, why is that important? I'll land it with this point, because in Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1 and 2, Jesus quotes this in Luke chapter 4, 17 to 22, but he stops at vengeance, because the day of vengeance has not yet come, that will come soon. Here it says, what Jesus says in Isaiah 61, which he quotes in Luke 4, 17 to 22. Isaiah 61, 1 and 2, the Spirit of the Lord God is upon me. What? You saying Gabriel's be chilling on top of you? What do you give him, like a piggyback ride? No, because Yahweh has anointed me. He's anointed you with the Spirit of the Lord. Exactly. To preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. Well, that's exactly what God does. And the opening of the prison to those who are bound, and to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh. But he stops right there in Luke chapter 4, 17 to 21. But here it says, and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn. But notice it's, and the day of vengeance of our God. But who's coming to do that? It's Jesus coming to carry out both at two different advents. Why is that? When here, these prophecies in the Quran are claimed to be about the Messiah, yet the Old Testament says it's about God Almighty who will come and do these things. Sorry for being long-winded.
No. So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, you want me to answer that question? Why is the Quran saying that the Messiah will come back when the Bible saying that God will come back?
No, I was a little long-winded, so I don't expect you to remember it all. So I do apologize. But what the Quran is saying in Surah 5, verse 110, and Surah 3, verse 49, it's attributing miracles that only God is said to do in the Tanakh, in the Old Testament. It's attributing them to Jesus. Why is that?
The Quran isn't doing that. I think you misunderstand it.
It really quotes it and is doing that exactly. I will make the.
All right, tell me. Can you guys tell me like one verse where it's saying that Jesus is doing something only Allah can do alone?
Yeah,
like
creating. Yeah, creating. Creating. When he creates the bird from clay, the Quran says that only Allah can create, that none of these even false gods can create it. Nothing as small as a fly. Yet Jesus creates a bird from clay. Exactly how Allah creates.
Where does it say that, please?
Surah 3:49, as my brother said, and Surah 5, verse 110. Matter of fact, that word khalq, Khalqe, is only used of Allah. Only used of Allah, but two other times it's used. Hold on one second, friend. Just a moment, friend. It's used two other times. One, it's used of Jesus. Another time, it's used of the Spirit creating Adam in Surah 15, ayah 28 and 29. So it would make sense now when Avery was reading me a bedtime story a couple of months ago on Clubhouse, and he was saying that Allah is the best of the creators. And I was saying, Avery, what does that mean that he's the best of the creators? Does that assume that there's other creators? And Avery said, yes, Albie, it does. The Isa and the Spirit are the other creators in which...
My friend, you have to keep it short because like you get long-winded and it's hard for me to reply if you're saying a lot of stuff.
All right, well, that was a bedtime story though.
Chapter 22.
But hold on, first, I'm gonna respond to something you said, right? You said that only Allah is attributed with the with khalaqa, right? No, first I'm asking you this: like, do you understand the Arabic language?
Yes,
some of us do. Yeah, khalaqa is the meaning like to create.
Yeah, it's a verb. It's not only attributed to Allah, right?
Yes, it is.
It is. You can't use it for anybody else.
Can I speak? You can respond to what I'm saying, but just give me a chance to speak. I'm just asking, so we can have our interchange instead of just us talking over each other.
Well, yeah, you asked, so we answered you.
I know. So you saying yes, it is, right? I mean, I studied the Arabic language for 10 years, right? I speak it fluently, proper Arabic, and also know other dialects. No, I mean, this is something that is not only attribute. It means to create, right? And likewise, like in just common Arabic speak, it means like to make, right? I can say.
Can you find us a verse where that word is attributed to someone other than Allah?
Where in the Quran?
Yes.
No, I'm not. No. First, you have to understand is what. First, we're talking about. So now you're mixing two stuff, right? So are we talking about Quranic?
Yes.
Like, I'm talking about the verb khalaq, right? Because he said that khalaq is only attributed to Allah, right?
Yes, in the Quran. We're talking about the Quran.
Huh?
Yes, we're talking about the Quran, brother.
Okay, no. I was responding. He said that verb in general. I'm saying no, the verb is used all the time in common speech. Like this.
So who's al-Khaliq? Who's al-Khaliq? Who's al-Khaliq? Who is that?
Allah.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
first, hold on. Let me explain to you, right? So you have to understand, right? There's something in Arabic called ma'arraf bi'alif wa lam, right? It pretty much it means that the completion of an action, right? And it comes when you like input the alif and lam, right? The in English upon the action is saying that it does its imperfection, right? Like al khaliq, right? The creator, right? Means the one that creates everything undeficient, right?
That's not the point, brother. Godlogic, can I ask him a question again? Like the question that you're asking? So, Al-Gharib, or I don't know how to say your name. The point here, what Godlogic is asking you, can you show in the Quran any other living being other than Allah and Jesus who does the action of creation using the word halaka?
Okay, you asking me to prove something to make a claim, right?
Yes.
He said that.
Yes.
I got you.
He said that, right?
Shut these guys
Arabic
down.
language, right? It's used all the time.
15, ayah 28 and 29, the Holy Spirit. Surah 15, ayah 28 and 29, the Spirit makes Adam, and there's the unholy trinity of the Quran. So now what you say, pagans?
He kind of got us there, Abu Amir.
What?
Surah 50, I got your back, bro. Don't worry about it. These pagans. We're not going to let them get...
No, I don't need your back, man. I don't need your back.
Your color is showing, Albi. We cut you.
Ayah 28 and 29.
Your color is showing.
What do you think? I mean, I don't. All right. First and foremost, I mean, I don't know how you guys like debate or go about stuff in general. But me, it's like, if you're going to use, how can you use the Quran as the criteria when you don't even believe in the Quran? So
what we're doing is
say it's false, but then you like if you believe something is false and it's okay.
We're doing an internal critique. I agree. We're doing an internal critique, and we're showing you how what you're saying about your religion and your Quran, based off the Quran, is actually false. It's not true.
Okay, cool. Okay, I explain. Okay, so all right, let's see one point. So can I hear one point first where?
So here's the point that Albie was raising is that Jesus is attributed things that only God does.
Okay, in
the Quran and in the Old Testament.
Show me where.
In the Quran, so he read Old Testament verses that
I don't want to hear Testament.
God is the one. Let me finish, please. God is the one who will heal the lame, open blind eyes, lead them from darkness and stuff like that, bring them out of the prisons. That's God himself who's going to be the one doing this. When Jesus says that he is the one who is the God who is doing that. And then you have the Quran, similarly, that's attributing attributes to Jesus that only God, in those verses like Isaiah, healing the lame, opening blinded eyes, yada, 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 that God himself will do, but also creating, which is something that the Quran says only Allah can do. Chapter 22, verse 73. So Jesus is being attributed divine attributes.
Okay, well, first,
the thing is,
what you first said about the Bible, right? Like, once again, I thought we were critiquing the Quran with the Quran, so I don't know why you even mentioned the Tanakh of the Old Testament. If we only
He's just drawing a parallel, that's all.
Huh?
He was just drawing a parallel, that's all.
No, but that is besides the point, because as you said, you're critiquing the Quran with the Quran. Right, so there's no need to go.
No, because Muhammad said, he put his hand on the Torah and he said, "I believe in you and everything revealed in you." And then we know in chapter 15, verse 15. We know, are you Quran only, or do you hold to the Hadith as well? Yeah, because it's in Hadith 35555, where he puts his hand, right? Sahih al-Bukhari. He puts his hand over the Torah. I believe you and everything in you, and then. Chapter 17, verse 55, Allah gave David the Psalms.
We got to stay on one subject, right? Because I thought...
So this is the subject. You're asking...
No, because the
criteria
what was brought to me was you were critiquing the Quran with the Quran. So now you went to the Hadith, and now you went to the
Let's focus, please. Let's focus.
Yes.
So do you understand? You acknowledge... Brought the wrong person up. You acknowledge... that only only Allah can create, and the Quran says that Jesus also can create. So our critique is that Jesus is being given divine attributes. What's your response to that?
This is my response to it, right? So it clearly mentions in the Quran, right, that Allah is only one that can create, right? But also he, through his permission, some prophets can also do it too.
Which prophets?
Like Isa, and there was another prophet. The name escaped me. But
Which one?
What other prophet created?
it was Isa and another prophet too. The name escaped me. I don't have the.
If you find them, I will convert to Islam and circumcise my chihuahua. I miss you.
Look, I'll agree. If you want time, I'll give you time if you can find the other prophet that also created. Hero Israel, do you agree with him that there's another prophet that created?
No,
I don't know.
We say,
I don't know.
Let me just say this. We don't say prophet. We believe that the miracles that the prophet done, right, is done, right, by the ability that it's come from Allah. They're not doing it themselves. They're not like.
Well, Jesus says, I create for you a bird from clay and I breathe into it and it becomes a living bird by Allah's permission.
Allah's permission. Allah gave him that.
So who breathed into the bird? Allah or Jesus?
Ayah, please.
Yeah, chapter 3.
49.
Verse 49.
But it says bi'idni Rabbi, with Allah's permission.
Permission.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, that's what it said.
I could give you I could give you permission to drive my car. Does that mean
it doesn't mean
to drive my car?
by the permission. It means that Allah gave you the ability to do
I
it.
understand.
Not. Again, let's focus on the analogy. If I gave you permission to drive my car, does that mean that I gave you the ability to drive my car?
In the Islamic theology, you cannot do anything without the permission of Allah.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
In the Islamic theology, yes.
Look,
I mean, listen.
I couldn't.
You don't believe that it's okay, right? But you can't
answer
tell
the
us.
question. If I give you permission, to drive my car, does that mean that I have given you the ability to drive my car?
So, so you're saying that if I don't have that,
Someone answer the question without asking me another one.
Yeah. Okay. So
Hello.
The answer is, of course, I can still drive your car.
Exactly.
But in the Islamic, but what I'm trying to say is that in the Islamic theology, all right, we cannot do anything except with the permission of Allah.
So what?
Like how I'm able to speak to you right now, I can't speak to you except that Allah has willed it, or Allah
He's giving you permission to speak.
Allah gave me permission.
He gave you permission to speak. You already had the ability to speak, though, right?
With the
No, because see, like you're trying to philosophize. You're trying to like
what I'm trying to say,
philosophize, right? But we're telling you like, and it's okay you believe it like that, right? But we're telling you like from an Islamic standpoint.
Let's get straight to the meat. Who breathed into the bird, Allah or Jesus?
There it is.
Oh my God, bro! You know, see, this what you trying to. I mean, you guys do it like right, but we.
Al-Garib, right? I have a question for you.
Sure, go ahead. Let them answer.
I don't understand.
Go ahead.
Who breathed into the bird, Jesus or Allah?
Jesus with the permission, by the permission of Allah.
All right, so Jesus, with the permission of Allah, is the one who breathed into the bird. Very good. So, according to that bird, who's its creator?
Allah.
Jesus.
And who else?
No, just Allah.
Really? So Allah,
Yeah, we believe that Allah is the creator through Jesus.
Through Jesus, very good. Through Jesus. So Allah created the bird through Jesus. So Jesus is partnered with Allah in creating that bird.
No.
Islam negates that because even in Islam says that they have taken Isa and his mother.
Has nothing to do with this.
That negates that. So that negates that.
Speaking of my brother,
I also when he was born, he said, "I am what? The slave of Allah."
Has nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this.
Avery, in Surah 15, Ayah 28 and 29, it says, when your Lord said to the angels, I am going to create a human being from sounding clay molded from black mud. Now notice how he does this, right?
That sounds familiar.
So when I have fashioned him and had my spirit of my own breathe it into him, fall down in prostration to him. Because whenever Allah breathes out, right, and the spirit of him who did what? Khalq, in the same way, the word khalq is being used here. That's the same expression that's used for Esau, in which how he created a clay bird and gave it life to make
Exactly.
You guys are just like it's crazy, right? So like first and foremost, right? You trying to explain right the Quran, right, without even knowing like the rules of
without even knowing Arabic.
Yeah, that's one. Without knowing Arabic, one because you can explain the Quran right with using the translation, which most of
Hold on. We'll use the Arabic. Al-Gharib. Godlogic, can I ask him to read the verse that will prove your point immediately?
Go ahead.
Al-Gharib, you're saying that the creation, the act of creation, could be attributed to, like, besides Allah and Jesus, because that's our argument, to other creatures as well, right?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
So you said there is another prophet that did the action of creation, correct? You believe in that? Okay, beautiful. Can you open Surah An-Nahl, which is 16:20, and read it for us, please?
Okay.
Let's put the dot on, and after this, argument, so that way you're not confused, bro.
Can he read it in Arabic for us and then translate it, since we can't understand it because we don't read Arabic?
Also, after, I want to ask Al-Gharib a question.
Guys, this is simple, man. Your theology believe that Jesus is God. We believe that Jesus is the messenger of God. You guys believe that?
You believe that too, that Jesus got through, but you don't realize it, brother.
You guys believe that Jesus, who is God, created brought back the dead. We believe that he was able to do that with the permission of Allah. That's it.
We will talk about the permission of Allah, here of Israel.
Unless Allah wills it.
Okay.
Can you open the Hero of Israel while the Al-Gharib is looking for? Can you open Surah 4:64, please? And we're gonna talk about the permission of Allah. Okay, just go back and find it, and just hold on, brother. Al-Gharib, are you there, brother?
Yes, I'm here.
Let's talk to you.
Okay, go ahead, brother. Hero of Israel 4:64. You just please, keep reading it, and then we'll talk about it. Al-Gharib, please read it, brother.
All right, Allah, I just got almost half. We say it now. Surah An-Nahl, where?
Surah An-Nahl 16:20.
Let me look at it for a second.
That almost sounds like a hate cough.
That was one of those.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, bro.
Read it.
Yes.
All right. It says, وَالَّذِينَ يُدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ لَا يَخْلُقُونَ شَيْئًا وَهُمْ يُخْلَقُونَ.
Translate for us.
And those that supplicate other than Allah, right? Hold on, let me. Okay, and those that invoke or supplicate other than Allah create nothing, and they are the creator.
Beautiful. So the argument of Allah here is how we know that they are just idols. They are not, they are just fake, because they cannot do what only Allah does.
Create.
Okay, beautiful. So the point is done, because it's only Allah can create. Those fake idols and those people are created themselves. That's the point, right? What is the word used here?
So, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get to your point. I'm trying to understand your point.
Oh, you didn't understand it?
I know. I'm waiting for you to continue so I can, see where you're
Okay, when it says, those whom the idolaters worship besides Allah do not create anything, no matter how little. Those who worship them besides Allah are the ones whom they are created.
Yes.
So according to this, it's Allah. It's only Allah can create, right? Based on this verse, you understand? Everybody else they are created themselves. They cannot create.
No, that's not. Look.
What do you mean? No?
Allah also says, right? وَمَا تَشَاءُونَ إِلَّا مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ. Right? So you have to understand that Allah sometimes, like, He wills His creation to do stuff. That don't mean that.
Okay, which one? Which one? So can you show us where it shows that besides Allah and Jesus created anybody else, using the word the same word that's used here to create?
Huh?
What? Bro, like.
I'm trying to listen to what you're saying. Like what you're saying. Like
I am saying, bro. According to this verse, like you read it, right? According to this verse, it's only Allah who can create. Everybody else is the argument of Allah is saying like you are not you are nobody because I am the one who creates. Everybody else is created according to the verse that you read, right?
I'm with you.
Okay, beautiful. So now the argument that Godlogic brought to you. We know that two people in the Quran so far. You said there's this three. We're still waiting for it. That even Albi said I will, do my shahada. If you bring it to it. So there's only two. There's only two individuals. The first one is Allah, who does create according to 1620, and the other one is Jesus, who created something that's out of clay and breathed into it. The same act as Allah did also.
Don't forget that. The permission of Allah.
We're going to talk about the permission here of Israel. Don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it. So I'm making sure that this brother of yours here of Israel, Al-Gharib, is not making a shirk. Because according to Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, the act of creating is only belongs to Allah. If you say that I create, then you're committing a shirk. I'm talking about the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Nobody can create. They can produce something. Oh, hold on. They can produce something, but they can invent something, but they don't have the power to create something. Al-Gharib, again, I'm asking you to provide to us anybody. There's the same argument that Godlogic is doing. Allah can create. We saw that Jesus can create using the word khalaqa. Can you show us anybody else, other than Allah and the Jesus who can create? Please.
Yeah, okay. I will do my research, inshallah. But while we're doing that, right, you just continue making your point. So I don't get it. So the ayat you told me to read, right, it doesn't contradict anything.
Their point is that Jesus Christ in the Quran is Allah. That's what they're saying.
No. Here of Israel, he didn't understand the 1620. I'm gonna read it again.
I understand it perfectly, right? But what you understand is this, right? You understand that Allah allows it, like He created.
So according to this verse, who can create? What is the argument? What kind of argument Allah is making? What is Allah saying?
Yeah, we was Allah the creator.
What is Allah saying against the idols?
Their creation.
What is Allah saying? What kind of argument Allah is using against those?
They cannot create, and them themselves are creations.
Beautiful. So is it the act of Allah only, according to this?
No. So see, look, it's talking about the idols, right? So they cannot create, right? They themselves are created.
Yes. Right? So what type of Allah, when Allah is talking, what type of argument He is using? He is using, I can create. You are creation. That's why you are not God. That's what the argument he's using, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. So why you say you don't understand?
Because Asa created with the permission of Allah.
Okay, beautiful. Now 464. Beautiful.
I'm gonna get another one. Right?
Hold on. Now you're talking about the 464. I wanted to make sure that you understood the argument from 1640. No, 1620, I'm sorry. Now 464. If a creature does something with the permission of Allah, does he, let me find the verse, does that mean that he's not God? If somebody, I'll understand my question. If somebody does something with the permission of Allah, that means because he's doing with the permission of Allah, he's not God, correct?
Yes.
Okay, open 464.
You go ahead and read it. Like, come on, just go ahead and read it.
Here of Israel, did you open it, bro?
No, just go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
No. I want you guys to read it. 464, yes.
Well, you want me to just read it? Where it says that if they came to you seeking Allah's forgiveness.
No. Did you read 464 or no?
Yeah, I read it.
What does it say?
You want me to read
it doesn't matter. Read in English, read in Russian,
let me
please.
just skip to the part that where you want to use it for your argument. وإذ ظلموا أنفسهم جاءوك فاستغفروا الله واستغفر لهم الرسول.
No, bro, you're reading something else, bro.
You said 464, right?
No. You're reading the second part of the ayah. I'm saying read it from the beginning. وما أرسلنا من رسول إلا ليؤتى. That one. بإذن الله.
Yeah.
Read it.
Yeah, I'm just going to read it in English because everybody there's a lot of people watching, just to make it easy, right? So we can go straight to the point. We only sent messengers to be obeyed by Allah's will. If only those hypocrites came to you, O Prophet, after wronging themselves, seeking Allah's forgiveness, and the messenger
brother.
prayed for them their forgiveness, they would
Got you. I said first part, brother. First part.
Accepting most repentant of repentance, most merciful.
I don't think he hears us. So when it says وَمَا أَنْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَّا لِيُؤْتَى بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ, right? So when it says that here, those who say we, who's we?
Allah Azza wa Jalla.
Allah. Okay.
Excuse me.
So yeah. No, you're right. So we didn't send any messenger except to be obeyed by the permission of Allah, right? So Allah is saying here, we didn't send any messenger except to be obeyed by the permission of Allah. Allah doing it by the permission of Allah, so that the messengers can obey. Correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So why is Allah doing by the permission of Allah?
What?
Wow.
What?
I don't understand your question. Like,
we only sent messengers to be obeyed by Allah's will.
Okay, so we didn't send any messenger except to be obeyed by permission of Allah. So the permission of Allah, they are sending the messengers only by the permission of Allah, so they can obey. Correct?
No. You're misunderstanding here. That's where we're gonna go, right? You like you're doing like a takhrif of the Quran. It's not saying that, right?
Bro, just read it.
Allah, huh? No, they have the ability to obey them, right, by the permission of Allah. It's like some people, like the haqq comes to them, right, but it's only due to like the tawfiq from Allah that they accept it or they reject it.
Yes.
What? So you need the permission of Allah to obey Him?
Yes, initially it's from the tawfiq. Yes.
Dude, so like you don't have like your own, like freedom to obey? So you're a robot if you say?
We're saying this, right? So, all right, let me explain this to you, because this is where I think if you
it's saying here, we didn't send any messenger except to be obeyed by permission of Allah. That's what it's saying, that Allah is doing that by the permission of Allah. So they can obey. Bi-idhnillah. Yeah, bi-idhnillah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, except that they obey
the message of the prophets, right? By Allah's will. By Allah's will.
So who's doing it by permission?
People are misguided by Allah's will. That's what.
Yes, exactly.
So who's doing by the permission of Allah? Is it Allah? Is it Allah doing the permission?
Listen, with all due respect, listen. I don't understand how you're able to use this as an argument to prove.
Hold on, bro.
Just say it. Explain things, and then we can dissect that after. Explain the whole thing, then we can dissect that. Explain the whole thing, then explain your point.
Okay, I will explain to you. I'll explain. If you say. Okay, it says وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَى لِيُؤْتَى بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ, right? So when it says that we did not send, Allah is talking, we didn't send any messenger except to be obeyed by the permission of Allah. Meaning that Allah is doing by His own permission to send those messengers so they can accept.
No,
obey.
My friend. Okay, let me ask you a question, right?
Yes.
Read it in Arabic, please.
Again?
Yes, read it in Arabic for me, please.
وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَى لِيُؤْتَى بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ.
Okay, where's the maf'ul be?
Go ahead.
I'm asking you, where's the maf'ul be?
Go ahead.
I'm asking.
Explain to me, please. Explain to me.
The maf'ul bi is not on Allah, right? Because he you know what I'm saying? So he's not the one to give permission, right? Because maf'ul bi, we're talking about where.
So Allah is not giving permission?
Oh my God, man.
No, please understand, bro. So who is doing that by the permission of Allah? Is it Allah doing?
No, the acceptance of the message from the prophets. That is by the permission of Allah.
Say again?
The acceptance of the message from the prophets is by the permission of Allah.
Where does it say acceptance of the message?
Oh my God.
Where does it say acceptance of the message, bro?
Oh my God, man. So hold on, I don't have
Al-Gharib, okay. So the point here I'm doing, what I'm saying is, Allah is sending those messengers.
One second, I'm so sorry. Al-Gharib, let him just
finish his whole point. Open up in front of him so I can...
Let him finish his whole point.
Yeah. So,
give me the ayat, please, Abu Amir.
464.
Thank you.
Yes. So we didn't send any messenger. When it says we didn't any send this, Allah is talking here, right? Except to be obeyed by permission of Allah. So here, somebody say. So here, Allah is sending those messengers. Like he's saying, like we didn't send any messenger by permission of Allah. That's the point I'm trying to make. To be obeyed, except to be obeyed, obeyed. That's when it's saying that. When it says that, like people have their own free will. You understand, Al-Gharib? So Allah is saying we didn't send any messenger except by the permission of Allah. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, hold on. So this is where a part you missed out, right? So this is the ayah literally says this. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا, right? And we have not sent مِن رَسُولٍ, right? From prophets إِلَّا لِيُطَاعَ, to be obeyed بِإِذْنِهِ Allah, right? By permission of Allah. So this is where I say to be obeyed, right? What, be obeyed on what? The message they were given.
Okay, but who's sending the so when it says we didn't send any messenger by the permission except to be obeyed by permission of Allah. So Allah is getting the permission from himself to send those messengers.
No, he's not getting permission from himself. Hold on.
That's what it says.
Say it again,
That's
please.
what it says.
Allah,
we didn't send any messenger except to be obeyed by permission of Allah. So Allah is getting permission from himself to send those messengers so they can obey.
No. See, that's what you understand. Okay, no. All right, where is the maf'ul bi? This is my point. Where is the maf'ul bi? Right? The maf'ul bi, right, is where the action follows upon, right?
Okay.
It's not upon Allah, right? So if you do you understand like nahu, right?
So explain to me how can they obey by the permission of Allah? If they are if they have are they robots?
Huh?
Are they robots?
Robert.
Allah give you free will.
Robert.
Are they robots?
Robots. Oh, sorry.
Robots, yes.
No. But see, in Islam, right? Once again, I'm gonna quote the ayah to you like I quoted you before. وَمَا تَشَاءُونَ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ, right? We believe, right, that every action on earth, right, is permitted by Allah Azza wa Jal, you know? So
His own will is what, right?
The message is given to you, right? But is due to from the tawfiq from Allah Azza wa Jal for you to accept it or to deny it, right? And sometimes Allah He opens somebody like heart to accept the message when they hear it. You know, and sometimes He allows it to remain closed, like my transgressions and arrogance, right? So Allah does give Himself permission, right? Allah give the khalq permission, right, to accept the message or reject it, you know, because ultimately the truth is with Allah, right? So I'm not even this whole conversation. I think is like fruitless because you're missing the wrong. Even if you know Arabic grammar,
bro,
right,
one second. Did you understand the point that I'm trying to make? Did you understand the point that I'm trying to make?
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Forgive me, but I just want to know because you mentioned this. But how does this correlate to Isa alayhi salam and how he's God? Go ahead.
The point that you were making, the point that you were making, Biiznillah, right? You kept saying Biiznillah, right? To Godlogic.
No,
so if somebody is doing, hold on, bro. Can I finish my point? Then you will say it.
But he didn't kept saying you made it a wrong.
No, he said you even said the last time. That's why I said let's go to 464. So Allah doing something with His own, bro. Go ahead. Can I finish?
Let me
Can I finish?
correlating this ayah to Isa.
Yes, if you let me.
I'm not.
If you let me.
Go ahead.
Okay, beautiful. So the point that you guys, both of you, were making that even though that Godlogic said with the permission of God doesn't mean anything, because he's not saying biqudratullah, right? It's not saying that by the permission, by the power of God, right? He's not saying that. If he said that, that would make a perfect sense, because the qudra is being given to Jesus by Allah. I mean, the power is being given to Jesus by God, then he would do by the power of God, right? We don't have that sentence in the Quran. It's not the Quran doesn't claim that Allah gave power to do the act of creation, to do act of creating to Jesus. That there is no
that's
such
a
a
lot.
verbiage.
We have that a lot in the Quran.
Where?
We have that a
Show it
lot
to
in the
me.
Quran.
Show it to me.
We have oh my God, man. So we have
Show
we
it
have
to me.
in we have in sort of what's 1 second. That we have that 1 second.
Specifically about the act of creating, right? Show it to me.
No, you hate. Well, you hate giving life, right?
Yeah, show it to me.
Where's my freaking Arabic Quran? 1 second. All right, 1 second.
We spend a lot of time.
If I'm not
Let's
mistaken.
wrap it up. This, and so
No problem,
I
no
want
problem. But
give it back
isn't
to
If I'm
Godlogic.
not mistaken, no problem. But if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong. But I read somewhere that Elijah also was able to bring back the dead, or bring back
by the power of God.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
That's exactly what he said.
no, but that's not no.
No. But that's exactly
we go again. And then Prophet Ibrahim did it.
His body, friend, his body was in the tomb, and therefore, when Elisha, when his body was in the tomb, they threw dead bodies upon his body, and when their dead bodies touched his body, their dead bodies resurrected to life as a foreshadowing of what would take place in the future, seen in Isaiah 53 verse 9, where it says that in the rich his tomb was made in his deaths, meaning that he died he was unalived the death of many, because the word for death is plural, to show that whoever identifies with Jesus Christ in his death, burial, and resurrection will too be resurrected to eternal life. All of this points to Jesus. Everything does.
Okay. No problem.
He was in the grave, unalive, and when our bodies identify with his body, made alive. Welcome to the baptism.
No problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
So that's the point from the from the Bible, and that's a different argument. We're staying with the Quran right now. Al Gharib, go ahead, bro. Did you find
Okay,
it?
my man. I think he owed me a shahada, right? Because he said give someone else that causes life. So in Surah Al-Baqarah, right?
Hello?
At the end of Surah
Anyone hear me?
Al-Baqarah, Prophet Ibrahim. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, my fault, man. I don't know. I'm not good with this phone, but all I'm saying is that Elijah. Let me finish this point. Elijah was able to bring back the living.
Elijah was unalived. He was in a grave, bro. Please don't do that to yourself, man. Don't do that to yourself.
But was he able to bring back the dead to the living?
He was unalive. He wasn't functioning, bro.
Okay, as an unalive person, was he still be able to bring back the dead to the living?
No, it was God who did it as a foreshadowing that anyone who touches the body of Elisha would be brought back to life. In so doing, that when you identify with the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, you too will be made alive. Okay. That's Romans chapter 7.
Whoever's body touched Elijah,
just a second.
Come back to life with
Hero Israel, just a second, man. You done disqualified yourself from the conversation when you said an unalived person can do something. Just mute up, sit back, and allow Abu and Gharib to have this discussion, please.
Who's speaking? I don't know who's speaking. Who's speaking?
We don't even know who's speaking, bro.
Bro.
He's hidden.
I want to ask a question though.
But the point is that Elijah was able when
Bro, let's done. We're not talking about Elijah. Al Gharib, go ahead, bro. Can hit off his please.
First, the person asked that question. Somebody been like waiting patiently for a long time to ask the question.
But
I don't know who they is.
Christina, I promise you, sister, if you can hold like for 2 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
Let's finish up with
I'm
Al
just
Gharib
saying
and then I'm done.
Yeah,
ahead, bro.
after you guys finish, yeah.
Thank you so much. Sister, sorry about that, because
No, don't worry, it's fine.
Don't worry, we love you as a whole brain.
I love you guys too.
Al Gharib, show us where the somebody did by the power of God gave life.
In Surah Al-Baqarah, right?
Which one? Which
story of Surah Al-Baqarah is the second. Oh, the ayat.
Yeah. Which? So, what is this? So, did you understand what I tried to say, bro? Which ayah are you talking about? You don't have it, or do you have it? You're just saying it. Okay. Meanwhile, you're looking up. I'm just gonna make this point, and if you do not find, then you need to give us a shahada, bro. So I want to make another point because I had two verses pulled up. Another one is the 25:3. I'm gonna actually open 25:3, and I'm gonna make my point, and I'm done. 25:3. It says this. Surah Al-Furqan, ayah 3. It says. And they have taken besides him gods, who do not create anything, while they are themselves created, and they control nor for themselves any harm or profit, and they control nor death nor life, not rising the dead to life. So here Allah is making multiple arguments here. Allah is saying they're calling themselves God, but they do not create anything. We already talked about the Surah 16:20. This was the first part of the 25:3, and they also says they control not for themselves any harm or profit, and pay attention to this part. They control nor death nor life, which Jesus did. He controlled the death, he controlled the life, nor raising the dead to life, which Jesus did.
He didn't buy the permission of Allah. So you have to.
It doesn't matter, bro. It does not matter. He's doing like he's not doing.
No.
Bro, okay, hold on.
Let me give you an example,
this,
right?
Hold on, please. Let me finish this. So any object, that call themselves, as God, like people call as God, right? They do not create anything, and they are created by individuals, right? And also those objects, the people or who you call idols, they cannot bring death, cause life, or resurrect, but Jesus did. Those object worships, all of them are dead, but Jesus is alive, still alive. So the point here I'm trying to make is, according to the arguments of Allah himself in the Quran, Jesus is God, Jesus can create, Jesus can bring people to life, Jesus can control death and life. That's the point I'm trying to make.
According to Allah in the Quran, he says,
bro, I didn't finish, bro. Bi'iznillah just means, like Godlogic was saying, if you do not know, Al Gharib, to like I have a jet. So if you do not have, if you cannot fly my jet, I can give you the key. Al Gharib, can you go and fly me, fly to, maybe Caribbeans or something? You will not be able to do it, even I give you permission, bro. If you have the power to do it, if you know how to fly that plane, that jet, I can give you the key, and I say, go ahead and fly to Caribbeans. You will do it without any questions because you know how to do it. You have the skills, you have the power to do it, bro. But if I only give you the permission to you, you will be like, are you kidding me? Like, you will not even be able to do it, bro.
It doesn't matter.
You're violating one of the rules of the explaining the Quran, right? In this text,
I am not.
Right? We don't believe in making like.
I'll agree. Just a quick question:
of
Do you believe Allah created everything?
Yes.
Okay, Allah created everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that include the clay bird?
Yes, everything.
So when Jesus breathed that spirit from intrinsic from within himself to give it life. When Jesus said,
no. It doesn't say that. You add that on, right? It didn't say that, right?
Oh, that's exactly what it says. No, hold on. Here, 3 verse 49. I'll read it right here for you because I don't know why you're escaping this. In 3 verse 49, it says, a messenger to the children of Israel, I have come to you with a sign. I have come to you with a sign. Here it says, from the children of Israel, indeed, I come to you with a sign from your Lord that I design for you from clay. That notice, I design.
My man, it's not, the plan is not in English, right?
Don't interrupt.
Right?
I'm reading the Quran, please. I design for you the clay like the form of the bird. Then I breathe into it and it becomes a bird by the permission of Allah. So when he breathes life into this bird by the permission of Allah, where does that breath come from?
Allah. Everything comes from Allah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, who created it?
Allah did.
So why is Jesus saying, I come with a sign that I design for you? When he says, I design, what does he mean there?
He didn't say that.
No, he does say that. Here, it's
No,
right
he doesn't
here.
say that.
Here, listen.
You never, I'm gonna read to you what he said, all right? I'm gonna read to you what he
Abu
said.
Amir. Wait, hold on. Abu Amir. What does
Yes,
this word
brother.
mean?
Yeah, to create.
To create. And is it with a singular, right?
Yes. Yes.
It's I, right? That means Jesus will do it?
Yes.
Let me read the ayah. Let me read that. Let's go over that.
Surah 3, ayah 49. He says, I will do it.
Oh, let me just read it.
I'm asking the question that we've been trying to ask for you. Who's the one that does it? Who's the one that created by the permission of Allah? But who created it?
Allah did.
It doesn't say that right here. It says Jesus created it with the permission of Allah. So is your Quran lying?
It's not lying. Number one, you're reading a translation I think that you don't understand properly.
Oh, I'm reading the Arabic. I got the Arabic in front of me.
So I'm trying to get that right. So it says this, okay? Because it says رسولا إلى بني إسرائيل, right? إني قد جئتكم بآيات, right? So a messenger sent to the children of Israel, that verily I came to you with signs من ربكم, from your Lord.
Okay.
The first time it says from your Lord, all right?
I know. With a sign from your Lord that I, here. That I create.
Listen. Let me get there. I'm gonna get there, right? So once again, I don't know why, but you're racing the whole first part of that. He came with signs.
I got it.
Evidence.
But when he says, I want to know what he means when it says that I came.
So let me stop.
I create for you. He says, I create for you.
Man, you said the same thing several times. I heard what you said the first time, right? I'm just trying to elaborate on it. I heard what you said the first couple of times. So
just explain these parts. When Jesus says,
I can't explain nothing if I don't speak. So, you begin the whole first part where he says, right? I'm gonna say it again. A messenger is sent to the children of Israel. Indeed, I have came to you with proofs and evidence from your Lord, right? Inni akhlaqu lakum min tin. Right, so now he's mentioning the proofs and evidence from who? From your Lord. So
from your Lord.
Why are you just erasing the whole part? And even at the end,
hold on.
It again.
Hold on, bro.
Hold on. So if
he created from God.
Hold on.
He didn't say that.
He didn't say that. Don't lie, bro.
What you said?
Please do not use that. Do not lie to us, Al-Gharib.
What did I lie?
You're saying that he created from God. It doesn't say that.
Yes, it does. Let me read to you again. Listen. رسولا إلى بني إسرائيل إني قد جئتكم بآيات من ربكم. From who?
The messenger came to children of Israel, bro. What are you talking about?
جئتكم بآيات. I came to you, right, with proofs and evidence from your Lord, and then he started mentioning the proofs and evidence. From who?
He brought us. Okay, hold on. I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. He's saying himself.
Yeah, he came. Yes.
He came. Jesus came.
It says a sign. Hold on 1 second, friend. It says, I came with a sign from your Lord that I Here.
أني
That I create,
أخلق.
that I design, where it says here in English, that I design or I create, I design for you from clay, like the form of the bird, then I breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by the permission of Allah. So again, when he says, I will create and I will breathe into it, who's the one that created and who's the one that said breathe into it?
Are you gonna let me? I can answer it, but you guys are
I'm just asking you. I want to know.
Right, so, okay, so first and foremost, so guys, right?
Breathe into it. I will what? Come with a sign.
Can I speak now? Can I speak? Because now it's not even beneficial. Now you saying the same thing over and over and over, but when I try to speak, I get interrupted by you or Abu Amir. And
No, go ahead, bro.
You're saying the same
Go
message.
ahead. He made a point. He made a point because you made something
Okay,
incorrect.
let me make a point.
He wanted to correct you. That's all. Go ahead now. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Abu Amir.
Go ahead, bro.
I'll be Al. Well, I didn't come here to like just to argue, right?
It's okay, bro. When you said something wrong, he corrected you. That's all. Al Gharib. Go ahead and make your point. We are listening to you. Go ahead.
You just interrupt me again. Just let me speak, man. All right. So once again, this is, I think your issue is, right? You're getting the Quran and you want to just dice certain, not even certain verses, certain sections of certain verses to benefit your point, right? So first and foremost, I say that if you guys want to use the Quran for proof, all right, no problem. But you have to understand this, right? That the Quran, it has a method of being translated, right? Even if you do it your way, you're still wrong. But then they call it usul tafsir, right? They have a certain method on how you explain the Quran, all right? So you don't explain it by chopping off certain words of an ayat and taking it out of context. The context is clearly Allah stated in the beginning of the ayat very clearly, Rasulun ila bani Israel qad ji'tukum bi ayatin min rabbikum. Right, a messenger sent to the children of Israel that he came right with proofs and evidence from your Lord. So everything you hear now goes back to the beginning of the ayat, which you guys just exempt out. I don't know what's difficult about it, right?
You know what, man? You know what? You're right, bro. You're right. Because
he's not right, brother.
Hold on, Abu Amir. I just want to say, you know what? He's right. I give up because ultimately, I'm just going to have Allah speak for himself in chapter 5, verse 110, when Allah himself says, how I taught you writing, wisdom, the Torah, and the gospel, how you molded a bird from clay by my will and breathed it into it, and it became a real bird by my will. Allah says how you did it. Now
I just opened that Galbia. That's why I was saying no, he didn't.
Oh my God! So listen. I mean,
open read it. Open read it now. 5:110, brother. Brother, Israel, hold on. Let him read it because he made a point.
Oh my God! Okay, listen. I mean, I don't know why. Hero Israel. Let me just speak 1 second, right? I don't know why this point is so hard for you to get, right? Number one. So we believe that every single actions of the human being, right, is by permission of Allah, right? The beginning of the ayah clearly states that Isa or Jesus, right, came from Allah. And he done it by the permission of Allah, right? So yes, he done it, but he done it by permission of Allah. Allah gave him the ability.
So now you're saying he did it. That's all I want to know. Are you saying he
speak? Man, you interrupted me. Like,
all I want to know is one simple thing. We get your theology.
Let me stop. All right. So listen, man. Cause you just want to go into back and once again. So you just blow over a major point. So if you can't go and get verses.
I get it. He does it with the permission of Allah. Bro, but please understand me, please. It was 1 second, man. You're a nice guy, right? Help me understand. We get it. He does it by the permission of Allah. But do you agree with Allah and us that he did it when Allah says you did it, obviously by my will, by my permission, but he did it though, right?
Yes, I agree with
Beautiful. That's what we're trying to tell you.
But you gotta understand,
bro.
You gotta understand.
Because now help us understand Surah 25, Ayah 2, where it says Allah alone created all things in creation.
Okay.
Did he create all things, or
yes,
did he
yes,
create
all things? Yes, he created all things. Yes.
this thing?
So where's
Allah himself said.
Let him continue. Let him continue. I want to hear.
Albi, for a second there. So if Allah has not willed that he cannot, if Allah did not will him creating the bird and the clay and all from the clay and all that stuff, do you think he'll be able to do it? Yes or no? If Allah did not will him creating
impossible for.
Do you think he'll be able to do it? Yes or no?
Al-Gharib, can you mute yourself, bro? Thank you. Go ahead.
It's impossible for Allah to associate partners with himself in like manner that Allah would be compared to anything, especially a creature. Allah is far beyond that.
See, that's not answering the question. Because in the Islamic theology, let me finish. The Islamic theology, let me finish. Just quickly, let me finish. In the Islamic theology, Jesus is a man and a prophet of God. Okay, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, that Isa alayhi salam says in Surah Al-Maryam, verse 30, that Isa says, "Inni abdullahi atani al-kitaba waja'alani nabiyya." That I am a slave of Allah, i.e., he did not say I am God with Allah. I am the slave of Allah. Meaning what? He's a human being. All right, that's first of all. That's one.
But how can they mere human?
Let me finish. Let me establish the question. So we're first of all establishing the fact that Jesus is human, right? In the Islamic theology. And now, he created something. He created the dove from clay with the permission of Allah. Now I'm asking you the question, because we established that he's a human being in the Islamic theology. If Allah did not will him to create, do you think he will be able to create? Yes or no?
Yes.
Alright, so then this is where 1 + 1 + 1 is.
Abu Amir is correct, because it's intrinsic to him, but he doesn't act apart from the will of Allah. He's already able to do it. It's intrinsic in him. He's able to create, but he never acts apart from the will of Allah. So what he's able to do, because it's intrinsic in him, from him, he doesn't do it, because what? Only him who shares the throne right upon Allah, with Allah, can create. Well, we know that this is just a side note, because we already established this point. But who's the Lord of the Quran?
He loved.
The hero of Israel, he's still here.
Allah Azza wa Jal.
Hero Israel, the Lord our gods, the Lord is one.
Yes, go ahead.
Is the Messiah considered is Messiah Lord in the Quran?
Is the Messiah Lord? No, of course not.
In order for him to be Lord, he would have to be what? He would have to share beside the throne of Allah, right?
In Islam, there's no sharing. There's only one God. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that he is one. He does not beget, nor is he begotten.
Okay.
Jesus, now, you guys believe that Jesus was begotten, correct?
Yeah, but not the way you understand it. But with that being said, just out of curiosity, when it says in Surah 9, Ayah 31, right? It says that they have taken the rabbis and their Surah 9, Ayah 31. That they have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords. Besides,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Logic. Is Logic there? Logic, could you do me a favor? Because we want to have a nuanced discussion. Anyone that actually disrespects any religion, whether it's Christianity or Islam, if you can kick them out of the chat.
All right, well, hold on. Let me talk to the Christians. You guys, one thing I'm going to ask you to do. You guys see, he's not up here disrespecting. Why are you guys trying to put a heart? Why are you trying to harden his heart? Isn't the gospel, hold on one second, friend. Let me talk to my brothers and sisters until Logic gets back. Isn't the gospel message in and of itself, right, a stumbling block all the more? Why are you guys hardening his heart? Has he been rude ever since he's been up here?
No, he hasn't.
He's disrespected in any way. So how are you helping? Really, you should be praying for his heart. He's been nothing but kind ever since he's been up here. And yet all you want to see is fights and destruction. But where's the restoration?
Yeah.
Shame on you, Christians. Shame on you.
Yeah, like you're supposed to be following what Christ did. You're supposed to be treating others how you would want to treat Christ.
It's Matthew 7.
Yeah, so why are you guys being disrespectful and rude when obviously God said himself to us, followers of God, right? To love and respect everyone, love your enemies, love everybody. There's no excuse to spread hatred.
There's a time, and sister, don't get me wrong, there's a time and place, right, to mock and to expose and to, but this guy has been nothing.
Judgment is okay, but disrespect and hatred is not.
Yeah, but nonetheless, what I want to say is our objective by the grace of God is tearing down strongholds, not adding, right?
Yeah.
Strongholds to already his heart, right? Yeah. Rather, you guys should be praying for him or come inside of the lion's den, right? And start witnessing. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You know what Paul says in 1 Corinthians 8, verse 13. He says, therefore, if food makes my brother stumble, I will never again eat meat, lest I make my brother stumble. It's stop preferring yourselves. Prefer others over yourselves, please.
Yeah, humble. Be humble. You know that pride is the greatest downfall of humankind. Don't let your egos overcome you and spread hatred. Be humble and love each and every one, because it doesn't matter if they don't believe what you believe in. Well, yeah, kind of, but like, obviously we want to spread peace. We want to spread love. And how are you representing God? Right? How are people, they're going to view you as, you know, they're going to be like, oh, this is how Christians are. This is how, shame on you.
And sisters, I want to say one thing, because, you know, a dear brother of mine, right, also said, you know, the Muslims, just to let you know, Hero Israel, Muslims are also getting out of line in the chats, right? However, it's your job as mods, if they're blaspheming, don't worry about what they say about me or what they say about, you know, how, you know, whatever, if they blaspheme Jesus or Mary, it's okay if they talk about the apostles or whatever, but if they blaspheme Jesus or if they speak ill against Mary, the mother of our Lord, you guys just mute them, please, because Avery has set in place, right, moderators. That way, the rest of the Christians, they don't respond, right? Now, we as Christians, we don't pay evil with evil, but we do fight fire with fire, just to be clear. So, but the thing is, you guys, this guy here, please, for the sake of the Lord who loves him and desires his relationship, desires his salvation, right? These other little nimwits, right? These little, you know, cowards that are in the chat that are Muslims, let them bark. And it's this guy who's stepping up into the lion's den before all these Christians and speaking to us, right? Mm-hmm. These are the kind of guys I respect, even though, right, you know, we're disagreeing. However, he comes up into the lion's den, right? And he's ready to have a conversation without insulting. Bravo to this gentleman.
Yeah, I have much respect for you, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you. But at the same time, I want to let you know that even in our religion, it is impermissible to actually mock any other religion, even though it is not. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, but so at the end of the day, if we have a nuanced discussion, a respectful discussion, I'm sure there's going to be more productive things that comes out of this, as opposed to yelling at each other and cursing each other out.
Yeah,
I appreciate what you said, and I'll do the same on my part.
And, you know, this is how we keep things.
The original topic was about.
Hey, is that DL?
There's DL in the house. What's up, brother Al?
Yeah.
What, dude?
OG hater. God bless
Wait,
you.
I have a question.
Okay, welcome back, guys. That was very amazing, very educational moment. Share your thoughts, what you learned. Don't forget to share our videos, subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. The verbal gymnastics these guys have to do in order to defend their religion is somehow very crazy. They believe that Allah shared his power of creation with a man. According to them, he gave permission to creature to be his partner with the same attribute. Jesus and Allah can both do the same job by creating a life out of a clay, one with permission and the other without permission. And this is a clear disaster that they are bringing to the Quran, but they are not aware yet. You have two creators at this point, no matter how you want to argue it. Allah himself says that he is the best of creators. This means there is more than one creator, but Allah is the best out of them. And also, giving someone the permission to do something doesn't mean that you also give them the ability. If Allah gave Jesus the permission to create a bed out of clay, it then means that Jesus already have the ability to create like Allah before Allah gave him the permission. Some of these guys have good intention. I do like to believe that, but their source of information is totally meaningless. The way they were taught, or should I say the way they were brainwashed, is somehow out of this world. That is the major issue with them. If not, I do like to believe that many of them have good intention. They want to learn the truth, but this is Islam for you. It is very hard to live once you get in, and at the end, Islam is Islam. Truth don't matter to them. Thank you guys for watching. Share this video, subscribe. I'd love to see you in the next episode.